And we're live. Barnaby, stop. Leave his food alone.
You just put,
I'll pick it up.
or maybe just put them in the crate if you want.
Come on, Fred. It's live right now, so.
Okay. Sorry, guys. The dog's Barnaby's trying to get Fred supper, and
Fred, come here.
Fred's a slow eater.
Sorry, buddy. Come here, Fred.
So how are
No.
you? How is this evening? Happy Sunday. It's been a hot week.
Here you go, Fred.
Oh, Rezzy wants to come and say hello.
There's the dog.
Sean will be joining us here momentarily if there's room. Sally's laying right here.
Go on. All right, guys, come on. Get down. Come on.
Come on, girl.
Sing it with me, Ice Ice Baby.
Yo.
All right, get down, Sally. Go.
Sally's a little finicky
Go.
about sharing
Space.
space.
Hi, hey, Dave. Hey, James, how you doing?
Hi guys, that's kind of cool how the chat littles up like that.
Yeah, like that.
I didn't notice that last time.
Get down so I have some.
Off.
Off. Huh. Off.
She's like, okay.
Get off. Oh,
She's upset.
should be all right.
Oh,
It's been a really hot week.
it was so hot. We definitely, I know it's going across the U.S.
Yeah. We've been having, you just begun to start feeling the real heat. Now we've been, well, lucky you, but we've been in pretty much, not in the 90s outside, but the problem's been, we've had no reprieve. The inside of our dome, we haven't been able to get out of in the midday between 95 and 115 degrees. So we've been struggling for the past week and a half.
Trying to figure out what the solution is. I feel like everything we do helps a little bit, but it's just not enough.
No. I got another fan that just came in the mail, so I'm going to try and put it at the top. It's supposed to suck out 4 times as much air as the one we have up there. So hopefully, I don't have any hope that it's going to solve the problem, but I'm hoping it helps a little bit. You know, every little thing we do,
Right.
it's helping.
I think the only way we're going to solve it is to put the dome in the shade somehow.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what ChatGPT thinks as well. We did have a few days of reprieve this week. A friend of ours, the one who owns the Airbnb, she allowed us to come stay there and kind of cool off with the dogs because Fred was having a really rough time. That when the air is really hot in here, it's thick and he just can't take it.
Right.
So we had to.
Which then forces us all to be outside, and then we have bug pressure when you're just sitting still.
Yeah. Right, the giant. Yeah, I'm thinking of trying to like maybe get big flag poles and then a sun sail that attaches to them. I don't know, something like that. But it's been. We haven't been able to get anything done this week just because of.
I mean, we have the early morning where we get a little bit done,
No.
and then like if we're not completely drained by the heat by the time the sun goes down, then we have
The time at
that
nighttime.
little bit of time too. But it's just like spending the days still.
Well,
It's already boring and old.
yeah, we're kind of we're a little frustrated, and it ain't even all just us; it's the dogs too.
Right.
We got to make sure they're all right, and it takes a little bit, but.
Right. We could probably stay in here, him and I, but the dog.
Well, not even here. It's just even outside too, you know.
Yeah.
But the problem is, you work outside in the sun. You need some time to get away, and we just don't. We don't really have that unless we go down in the woods. If we don't want to bring the dogs down there.
Right. We don't want the dogs to get used to going down in the woods. We like them to think that the property is just up here.
Right
where
here.
it is.
But we're figuring it out. I'm gonna install that new fan tomorrow, and hopefully that does something.
Okay.
Yeah. So we wanted to jump on a live. I don't want to sound like we're complaining, but we're not. We're just trying to explain that, you know, it's been a little bit rough for us trying to figure this out. We haven't been able to really work on anything that we wanted. Besides we are filming. We're going to be putting out a video in the next few days
Right.
of some of the mushroom stuff that we've been working on, which has been really fun and cool. But
Yeah, it's going to be a couple weeks heavily focused on mushrooms. And we're working on some building in the background, so
Yeah, we've been filming. We've been building the shower house, so which is really cool. We got the deck built for that. We got a couple walls built as well. So we're working on that video, but it's going to be another one where it's start to finish. You know, the whole process of it. Because we noticed the last video we did with the solar, it did really well. People seem to like it.
that format, right?
That format works. So we're trying to figure out how to make that as efficient as possible.
Yes.
I don't. The one thing about the chat though is that it pops.
Just pops up and runs right off. Right?
Yeah. Wait, is this maybe it here? Oh, there we go.
Okay.
There we go. Now I can see everybody. There's hydro cooler shirts from the 80s. We just sent me a pair, a thing of those, but except they were boxers.
Yeah.
I mean, look how wet I am.
Yeah. Yeah, he's wet from sweat. I mean, it's cooling down though now that the sun's going down. We were gonna do the live from inside the new shower house, but it's raining.
When she says new shower house, she means the new deck and the two
Yeah, just
bare
so you guys
walls.
can kind of. Well, I mean, they haven't seen any of it yet, so I thought it'd be kind of cool.
It would
be in there.
It's bigger than I thought we were going to make it tall-wise.
Yeah.
The one,
Looks really nice.
it does. They got a 10-foot high ceiling on one and 8-foot on the other. So, for that
I'm just excited to have a full bathroom finally.
bathroom, laundry room,
Bathroom.
shower, changing room,
Power, heat,
Power.
water,
you know,
walls.
walls.
What?
You mean you're going to be able to go to the bathroom in private now?
What?
Yeah.
You know, we've had a lot of company lately, so.
Right, so just to explain that, so we had my father, who you all know was here for a few weeks,
Yeah.
and then my friend Lyra came from one of the people I met at the ayahuasca retreat that I went. He came and stayed with us for a few days, and then right when he left, her mother and sister and and our nephew came because we had a barbecue for her brother who had passed away a few years ago. It was his birthday, so we were having a barbecue, and it ended up being how many people?
A lot, like 60 or so
Like,
people.
yeah, 60 people showed up.
We had a nice little gathering, and that was nice.
And then this heat then all of a sudden hit us, and we were just been like,
Yeah, and then right from that, after the gathering and my mom going home, and we went right to the Airbnb.
you know,
And now just finally back home, getting things caught back up. The garden needed tending to.
Which-
Still needs more
which
work.
I gotta show them. Can I show them?
Mm-hmm.
This is just one. Oh. But we got lots of pickles, lots of garlic.
We got 19 pounds of cucumbers out of the garden.
Harvey.
So
It's all right.
that'll be lots of pickles and lots of relish. If anybody has any other good ways that I can preserve these cucumbers, that'd be great. Because I have so many more growing and so many more flowers. And there was only 4 cucumber plants.
Oh, it took over the whole bed. But the trellis we built this year is the first one ever that's working. Everything's climbing up and arching over.
It
It's
is.
kind of
They're
cool.
almost like meeting. The beans and the cucumbers are almost meeting at the top. I'm super excited.
We've been trying to do that for like 4 years.
I know,
but
right.
finally got it right. I just looked in the garden now when I was up there. The tomatoes are starting to grow.
Yay.
So that's cool. They need some
They need
TLC
some-
too.
Yeah, I can't even fit between them because they haven't been pruned. And
We just got all the stuff though the other day to set them up the way we want to. So
Right.
we're gonna do that.
so they'll actually be able to like climb something, a trellis type style thing this year. Hopefully we don't lose them to any deficiencies or any bugs.
No. Everything's gonna be fine. We're gonna do good. We got stuff to can.
I read somewhere today that if you put mustard in a bottle with water and shake the mustard up and spray that on the plants, that it'll take no bugs will go near plants. But I haven't
Really?
done any further research beyond it. It was just like a little thing that I saw, so I don't know if anybody knows.
Dave would. Do you know? Have you ever heard that? Oh, hey Haley. Fred's doing pretty good. He's just chilling on the.
He just finished eating supper.
Yeah.
He didn't eat supper at supper time because he was too hot, so he just.
So Jess read somewhere that putting mustard in water, shaking up and spraying in your garden, or keep all the bugs away. We were wondering if you ever heard that. But with Fred, he does really well. When the heat is really hot, he struggles, like we were saying. But other than that, he's improved so much. We're going back to the vet on Wednesday. The inhaler was like the worst thing we could have ever done for him.
You had such a bad fit from that. It was
Yeah,
really scary.
it was scary. So we're like, okay, that wasn't a good reaction, so we're not going to do that. We'll go back to see what the vet says. But at this point, it's kind of like we're going to ask the vet if he can go on in his current state, and as long as he's comfortable, his quality of life seems okay. Does he have to go and get that surgery, or can we let him live out his life?
Yeah, not
the
force
way
him
he
to go
is?
through the surgery and just kind of see what'll happen if we don't. So, if he just continues to live out as he is, like,
That's a good point, because it keep pollinators away.
it probably would.
Yeah,
It
so
probably would. I don't think anything would want to go near mustard.
B. Okay. Well then, I mean,
So hopefully
we have a lot of trap plants going.
Yeah.
The nasturtiums are doing good.
The cucumber swallowed the nasturtiums.
Yeah. Yeah.
In that bed. And I thought for sure I gave those cucumbers enough for him.
Go ahead.
But yeah, hopefully the vet will just let us know that Fred can just stay as he is, be comfortable, live it out until he can't anymore, and then, we'll make the choice then.
But he's happy.
He's happy.
He
tries to jog around. He's had such a good time at the Airbnb. He picked up on the routine real fast. He loved having the fenced yard.
He loves snack time. He knows every night when we cook dinner that the dogs get either the chicken or whatever meat we're doing. So he comes running over, happy, like, it's my turn, my turn.
Yeah,
he
looks forward to that.
We took him to the waterfall. We took all the dogs to the waterfall to go cool off on one of the hot days, and he loved it. He got in the water.
He did. He got in the water at the waterfall. He don't get in any water around here, but he got in the water at the waterfall. He went up to just like his belly touching, but he did, and he stood there for a long time and enjoyed himself.
I can definitely tell that he's happy. He knows he has a family and people that love him and are taking care of him, and he gets a lot more than he used to. He gets good food regularly, along with people food. So he's like, I'm just chilling. He doesn't do much. He just lays around, but he lays around happy. Just so, telling the story what happened, he was sleeping in his tail.
Oh yeah, how the other day we were outside in the screen tent and Fred was taking a sleep, and then he was dreaming and his little tail was just doing a helicopter. He was just having such a good dream and his tail was just whipping and whipping and whipping. I was like, yeah, he's definitely a happy dog.
Happy dog, yeah.
He's happy as he can be.
Yeah.
And he's not in any pain, so.
And the coughing seems to have gotten less.
Yeah, he doesn't hardly cough at all now. He just kind of gags a little bit, but I think that's just because, you cough when you're coughing, cough all the air out of your lungs, it gags you, so.
Well, what I'm hoping for, our vet said when he was talking about letting it go before, he said that he's personally seen lungs that were collapsed reinflate on their own.
It just has taken long periods of time.
It's taken long periods of time, so maybe that'll happen for him. Right now, it's for the surgery to remove the lung. It's $12,000, and then they're telling us it's a 50-50 chance that he's going to make it through it. So the vet hospital we took it to, it's like, okay, so they don't care what they tell us because they get their $12,000. It's just putting them through so much that I don't know if we're going to put it through that. We'll see what the vet says, but for now, we can tell he's happy, he's loved, and
yeah, we'll just see what his regular vet says on Wednesday.
Yeah, we trust our vet and what his opinion is.
And Sally sees the vet with him on Wednesday. She's got some kind of injury in her knee.
She keeps running around the pond like a maniac. You should see her. They zoom. We've seen it in videos.
Yeah, they play like they pay their own vet bills.
Well, they say, does mom and dad have any money in the bank? Should I swallow some plastic, get a limp, have excessive diarrhea?
Right, and she's had a limp for a while
sorry.
now. So we're going to go get it checked out.
Plus, they all need to get their rabies vaccines.
Yeah, sure. Wednesday.
So, but yeah, that's where we've been.
We harvested the garlic.
Yeah, we looks
We,
great.
we harvested it. It was 30. It ended up being there were a couple of rotten ones, so there were 33 heads of garlic. I don't know what they call it, bulbs.
Bulbs, yeah.
So that'll last us the whole year.
We've had some good harvest of mushrooms
Yep.
recently. So, actually today I spent the morning, which was fun. I was pasteurizing straw for a mushroom bucket that I'm gonna grow some blue oysters in. That was kind of fun. I was getting straw all over the kitchen.
All over the kitchen. Yeah.
But then I'm getting ready tomorrow to do some outdoor mushroom beds of wine caps. I've got, I don't know, 15 uh, spawn bags to put in. So we're going to have a lot of wine caps. Honestly, we're going to try and sell some in town, through Facebook, maybe through the chat. See, mailing them, we don't have, unless we can dehydrate some,
Right.
we could probably send some to, our regulars here, but we can't dehydrate that many.
Right.
Small dehydrator, but
No. I mean, we could. It would just have to run.
non-stop.
Right. Which puts heat in the house. Like us trying to pasteurize straw this morning on the stove and.
We had to do it before the sun hit the dome.
We got one
get it.
set of it done before that. We still
I got
got a little
two
bit
more.
to go.
Two more to
Yeah.
go. But
Time for that outdoor kitchen build.
let's get the bathroom done first. I was really hoping to be a lot more like able to just like hit the ground running on so many things. Which I mean, we've gotten a lot done this year.
What, buckle down?
We buckled. She hates when I say we gotta buckle down, Jess.
I can't stand it.
So I say now on purpose. But it's just that there's been a lot of outside forces that have been.
Yeah. I mean, there always is. Until we get the temperature under control, it's going to be like this forever issue.
But I think we have winter. I'm not worried about this
I
year.
think we've got winter under control.
We've got winter because that with the fan now and the pipe that's running down between the insulation and the outdoor cover is right here. Now like the hot air does blow out of that like a little heater.
It does.
And the window the door is like a really cold area. It's cold, just
it's
come.
the furthest from the wood stove.
Right, and
Plus it's glass.
Plus it's glass, and it like cools off half of the dome from this end. So now that we have the pipe running through and it's pulling that hot air from the top, we can just pull it out and it can blow right back into the dome. So now we'll have heat circulating from the top all around. So I'm actually really excited to see how much warmer that makes it, or how much less we have to fight the cold this winter. I think that just solved that problem.
Yeah. Now if we can just get the coolness under control.
Honestly, this thing, unless we take this cover down, the insulation, which would be a pain in the butt, put like that Reflectex silver insulation on it, or
Can we paint the dome
yeah,
with that
what?
reflective paint, like holographic paint?
So they have this paint that I think that goes on greenhouses that's reflective and it lasts like one season. My father was telling me about it. We could do that, or we have to put like some really giant poles, which is why I said flag poles, because they have big ones that are a lot easier to put in than big trees.
Right.
And then like a shade sail over top of the whole dome. That's the only thing we can think of that'll work, because this air conditioner we have is meant for 2,000 square foot, right?
Right.
And this dome's only 600. I mean,
I don't know cubic feet.
cubic
yeah.
feet, I don't know.
It's pretty much
But it in no way keeps up with it. We can start the air conditioner in the morning as soon as the sun hits this, from about 2 o'clock till 7. It's
5 hours of the day that are just,
115 degrees inside.
and it's uncomfortable outside, it's uncomfortable inside,
We'll
and
figure
I'm
it out.
so tired of just sitting still and
Yeah. Yeah.
watching the bugs busy around.
Well, we'll figure it out. If anyone has any ideas or suggestions or what we could do,
We are all ears.
this new fan's going to help some. But everything we do, when we say it helps some, we're talking like, you know, couple percent. You know, this might have helped. It's 5% better in here, which we're grateful for.
I mean, last summer we couldn't spend any time in here. And
No.
Like, it was like from late morning until the whole day.
Yeah, until like 8 o'clock at night, we weren't able to
we
come in the
couldn't
dome.
come in.
So it's
Now
better.
we can at least stay here until about 2, 2:30 in the afternoon.
Right.
And then it's like, gotta get out.
And that, well, it's not, even when we start working really early in the morning, it's like then once it starts getting hot and you're trying to get out of the sun, it's like,
You can't.
you can't.
You can get out of the sun, but you can't get out of the heat.
Can't get out of the heat.
Right. But we also have a freezer now, so that's been doing us good. We've been having some popsicles, some ice water.
We actually we spent this morning,
Put ice packs on us and the dogs.
we had two, how big were they?
20 pounds.
Two 20-pound bricks of ground beef. So we spent the morning smashing that in 1 pound, freezer bags and freezing.
20 pounds that burger in
Yeah.
the freezer. 20 pounds of burger, 20 pounds of chicken. I like it.
Yeah. I like having a refrigerator. It really does help out.
Yeah.
You know.
What about you guys? How are you guys handling the heat wave?
Yeah. Inverter window units or mini splits are much more efficient, but money at least up front. Well, I mean, what would we even attach the mini split to? Could they go on the floor?
Because our friend's Airbnb has mini splits, but
That
it
was great.
seems like, yeah, they're really nice, but they're like installed on walls, and like they have an outer housing that has to like go on the outside of the home. And I just can't see how that would work here.
I don't know. I don't know how they're set up. But yeah, I mean, if a mini split would work, if we would be able to do it, I wouldn't be opposed. I know they're really efficient, and we could put that other one up in the shed.
Right.
But I don't know. I have to do some research on that. Hello, V8. Oh yeah, okay. At least the ones who have just one hose injecting the hot air, but still taking the air injecting as hot air are most power hungry per BTO. I'm missing all of these comments.
Yeah, there was a lot of comments. Sorry guys, we didn't see any
Good
of
stuff.
this.
40-foot shipping container, well insulated AC. Yeah,
We're still talking a permanent house build every day.
yeah.
We're talking every day, but
Yeah,
that's
starting
what
from
we say.
scratch.
Listen, that's what I say too. I'm like, I'm done with the dome. I'm ready to start building something else because I'm
But we're-
tired of trying to cool down in here. But then
I
Sean
mean,
comes in with some logic.
I don't come in with logic. I mean, we sunk everything into this, and plus, some, and I don't know. Starting from scratch just seems like, I mean, I get, yeah,
I mean, we knew we were going to
yeah.
have to build something permanent. We knew this wasn't gonna.
Right, but I was hoping that the dome would last us until we were ready to build that something permanent that we were able to live.
The only other thing I can think of is to like spray create the dome.
We're in a yurt right now.
Basically, yeah, we're basically in a yurt.
We just put it in the wrong spot. We just put it in the wrong spot to where the sun is baking us out inside.
Yeah, that's not.
It would be an entire house at once. The pods that could be added as there's time and resources.
Yeah, we're still thinking about it.
I mean, technically, what we could. I mean, there's always maybe the option of just moving the dome, taking it down and rebuilding it in a different spot. without not putting it on a deck. Maybe having like concrete poured, like a thing the right size, and just like attaching it to that, like maybe not even in the permanent spot, but just in like a spot that has shade,
I wouldn't be opposed to that.
you know, and then we wouldn't be all the way down this hill.
Could be long. That's a feat too, but ah,
Well,
off-gridding is hard and fun.
yeah.
It's fun, but it's also very hard.
Hello, Iowa Cowboy. How you doing? Or we could just get like a shed or something and insulate it. We got so much stuff. We have so much stuff now. There's no way. We'd have to have a pretty big pod for our first like little part of the house. We could do
We're
that
almost
though.
already have outgrown the dome. We need to get our stuff in check. See
Well,
what really matters. We're not trying to be
listen.
maximists.
She was like, I need a counter space. I built her one that was like 18 feet long, and she's like, it's not big enough. So what are you going to do in a smaller counter now?
No, we're not taking counter space out. I'm talking about our stuff.
Well, I'm saying
Like,
if
we
we
need to
went to
check it.
if we built another temporary thing that we would go live in, how would you put your counter in there?
It's coming.
It's coming, so it has to be at least.
Counter comes. Yeah. Counter comes. Counter goes in the permanent house.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's coming on. I'm thinking about though, like maybe it needs like a little extension. It needs a little trap door that you can walk through. It needs some stuff.
Oh, I don't know. So honestly, I think maybe reflective stuff to paint the dome to reflect that solar energy so it's not absorbing it is probably the easiest and best bet. Or the shade sail. If we do that, I think we'll be okay. I don't know.
Because as long as we're in the shade, the air conditioner will keep up.
Yeah, and we don't have to worry about, and we can actually put the money into. Because the only thing I say was like the pod. It's a good idea. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm not ready to give up on this. I don't want to fail at this.
We're not failing at it. This is just a lean to.
Yeah, she has to have a beautiful countertop. Yeah, we do. So one of the
We
plans.
did plan to try to like have the shed as a second.
Home. It's on our list up there of videos we're going to be doing. We're going to clean out the shed, build a tool shed for the tools, and then remodel that and put like a small, we don't even need to put a wood stove in it. We'll put the air conditioner in it, and then we would like stay there in the hot times of the summer and come down here to sleep at night. But that would be our day shelter, which is right at where the garden and the food forest is, which makes that's what we need to do. Let's just get the shed up there insulated, put the air conditioner up there. We have enough of the solar that Blue Eddy can go up there.
Yeah, I know.
And we could run like the AC off of that.
I just worry about like things down here getting too hot while we're not monitoring it. So like we can't leave like electronics in here. And, things of that nature.
Well, as long as we have reprieve, we can figure the rest out because we can have the door open, we can have fans going, so at least the air is moving and it's not just cooking like an oven. But we would be by the garden, by the food forest during the day. We'd have cool reprieve because that air conditioner would 100% cool that shed off. Because,
oh yeah, 100%.
Because it's in the shade.
Yeah.
The dogs we could have in there and know that they're okay.
Yeah, getting in the truck with everybody is like a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, they do it. We've done it.
We were just talking about the mini split idea. If we're able, because of the geodesic dome and it's not having walls, like I don't know how does the mini split have one like hose that comes out the back end of it? How would we attach it to the dome? Would it be able to be attached onto the floor?
Yeah, I don't know. I think the air is supposed to.
Yeah, you're right, Dave. And we're sorry if it sounds like we're like complaining about it. We're just trying to figure out because we're more just frustrated with ourselves.
Right, because we're not getting things accomplished the way we like expected to because we're like
So focused on
stagnant in the middle of the day.
Yeah. I mean, when you're
And you can't even lay there and have a conversation about it because it's just like, I can't even think right now.
Yeah.
You can't cook. I mean, we grilled out. We've been grilling out.
Yeah,
Just
outside.
using the grill because it's just been too hot.
So maybe that's what we need to do, is just try to get the shed done.
From the shed to the dome, back to the shed.
Well, no, it's just we can go up there during the day. We're working in the garden anyway. It
Right.
makes more sense, and then we can work in the garden for an hour, hour and a half, till the sun bakes on us. Go get some, have lunch in the shed with the air conditioning on, and
Right.
be fine. Then go back outside. We'll get more done at least that way.
Right. Yeah, because if you can work for a little bit and get reprieve and cool down and go back and forth, it's easier.
It's easier.
But if you get like hot and then you have nowhere to go cool down, then you're like kind of stuck there.
And then we could come down, when it cools off, and come down here for sleeping and our night routine and the morning routine. That's our afternoon spot, morning, and I think that's honestly the answer, because we just keep wasting. Okay, so then okay, so we have the option of a mini split in here, and then the shed, and just going back and forth between here and the shed in the morning. Thank you, Pink Panther. I really appreciate that.
So do you think...
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Pink Panther. That was wonderful. That go maybe towards...
Mini split. Or the shed.
Right.
Either one.
Do you think it could hang like on something like this so it would like blow out this way through the living room, like just on the side of it?
I don't know. We'll have to do some research on them and see.
Down there.
Okay. Well. No, the dome won't last forever, and we never planned on that. We were just hoping to get at least 2 or 3 years of like where we weren't having. If we had 2 years of where we didn't have to work on the dome at all, and we could focus on everything.
Like the lifestyle, right?
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean, right? I mean, this is part of the lifestyle, but I mean, like.
We could
More of the
focus
stuff I
100%
wanted
on the
to do.
garden and building a future stuff instead of just continually trying to get our temporary house to be livable. That's the hardest part.
Right.
But okay, so mini split we could potentially do, or the shed. I think that's going to be easier than trying to get like a 20 or 30-foot flagpole up there with a.
I know, because every time we're talking about it, I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't know, this is gonna really work at all.
Yeah.
I always sweat it. Flagpoles, I'm worried about them just going like this, like tension pulling them in.
I missed it.
We know it'll happen. We'll know. We'll get there. We'll figure it out. It's just nice to have you guys here, help us brainstorm a little bit, because I'm telling you, we rack our brains all the time trying to think of improvements and what should be next and what is priority. And
We seem to get it wrong a lot. But we're still here. If you during the day, if you see us sometimes, we look beat down, but we don't ever talk about quitting.
no,
we just
never. Like, this is just it. We just figure it out.
we're
Right?
gonna figure it out.
Right. Yeah. I was just thinking that, like, by 4 years being here by now, that I'd just kind of be living comfortably and not building my home anymore. And, like, I had totally different expectations than the path that we ended up walking. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Like, I thought this place would be built. I'd have, like, an apothecary by now. And,
I mean, it's okay to dream big, right? We're gonna get there.
I'd be like knitting and like making sheep wool, and no hobbies yet. It's still build it to survive it. Year 4.
But we're way better off than we were first year,
Oh yeah, by
and
far.
second year and third year. Where we've made progress, and I'm pretty happy with the progress we've made. We just
Yeah.
got just a little further to go.
Yeah. Yeah. It won't be much longer. We can start to incorporate more of the things that we enjoy about this life. Because I'll tell you, building is not one of the things I enjoy.
I don't mind building. It's just confidence is still growing in the building.
Right.
That's all. I hate making costly mistakes. So, but You know what? You about to have a shower house?
I can't wait.
I want to look into the mini split idea
Okay.
because if that,
And then maybe start thinking about making the shed more priority up the list. I don't know how far much further up the list it can go.
so we have the, yeah, I mean, greenhouse is going to have to wait. We don't have the supplies for that yet. Actually, we just got a temporary greenhouse we got off of a neighbor who moved away. So we're going to be putting that up. That hopefully will work for the winter time. So we can move the shed up and start working on that.
Start kind of getting it cleaned out at least.
We got to build a tool shed now then. If we're going to get all the tools out of there, that's... decisions.
I want to build things like a dock. And
Well, we need to get the pond in order first before that happens.
okay.
Like that's next year, honestly.
I'm ready to build entertaining things.
She wants to just have fun.
Gosh, we worked hard for 4 years. I want a little fun.
Well, you know what I say, baby? It's time to what? Gotta buckle down.
Gotta buckle down. God, I swear, we were at the Airbnb and he must have said, like, when we get home, we need to buckle down. We need to get buckling down. He must have said it like 10 times. I'm like, I'm trying to not have anxiety
She
for
was
like
so
a
mad.
day.
She didn't talk to me for like 6 hours.
Quit stressing me out about how far behind we are at home.
Oh, it was funny.
Jeez.
Well, but you see why I'm stressed out about it is just because of I knew that beautiful Airbnb that was so comfortable and it felt like just normal life again. It was like I knew that was very short-lived and we were going to be coming back into.
And it's a cute little cabin too. We were checking out its layout and like, should we
She's like, just build
should we
this.
just build that little cabin like this? We want to be fancy, but at the same time, there's so much work that goes into being fancy.
I don't want to be fancy. I just want to be comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little bit of a sucker for luxury. So like, I like to have a little bit of luxury.
Well, we've been living pretty luxurious the past month, I would say.
Is this guy for real?
What do you mean? We got a refrigerator, built you a nice countertop. We just got a 48-volt system with 2 batteries. Thank you, Dave, for that battery too. We got this big Blue Eddy system. We got mushrooms growing. Like, we got internet off grid that's pretty fast, honestly. Like, I'm pretty happy with luxury that we have. We're about to build a shower. What more do you want? What more do you want? You got your garden growing.
No.
God, I'm just not doing enough for you, I guess, Jess.
I can't with this guy.
What? Am I wrong?
He's like, we've been living in luxury lately.
No, not luxury, but we do have some things. I haven't missed. Are you keeping up in this chat with me? As long as you're better the next year than the year before. That's right. You looking for some tracks? Where at? In the area we're at? Hey, mainly off grid. Appreciate that. Well, the plan is when the cabin's built, V8, or when our permanent home, we wanted to make this like a place for, not an Airbnb, but a place for like, you know, when our family and friends want to come visit us.
Right.
So that's the plan.
Yeah, it's a little guest house.
Edumacation is not a mistake. Yeah. Buckle down T-shirt, absolutely,
not, I
baby.
swear.
That I think that yes, I think that's a great idea.
It's
time to buckle down, and I'm gonna get you a whole set of them in all different colors.
Everything about those words makes like complete resistance. It's like slamming me into sandpaper. Like, no, there will be no buckling of any kind.
Except the buckle she beats me with. A little straight jacket, yeah. Don't give her any ideas. I'll wake up in one. Need to start work. Yeah, I appreciate it, James. We've been meaning to talk, like, on the phone. We should have a little Discord video call one day this week. This would probably be the week to do it.
Or you can just come out and hang out in all our luxury.
Yeah, there you go. Anybody can. Any of you guys want to come out and hang out and tell her how luxurious this is? Please? Agree with me.
Can we keep dust off the floor for more than 5 minutes?
No, just so you know about a little bit more of the luxury that she's forgetting about. The dust has been down a whole lot more ever since we got that air purifier.
Yeah, it does help.
Uh-huh. How luxurious. Our videos being posted so well, it feels like I missed a lot of content, even though I've seen all the videos on this channel. No, I post on TikTok, but usually I post the TikToks on YouTube Shorts as well. We've just have been kind of behind on our long form videos just because of
Right,
everything
so
that's
you're
been
just
going
kind
on.
of hearing about footage that we're collecting that
Right.
is like to come out.
Yeah. We have a lot of footage that we've been filming, so we're going to have videos that are going to start popping, but we're just trying to make them as good as they can be. Next one, like I said, will be in a few days, hopefully Tuesday or Wednesday. It'll be a North Spore mushroom one, and then Mushroom University Fungi School that I'm taking, which is something I'm really excited about. I really want to learn as much about mushrooms as I can. I want to grow them as our secondary food source, and we've been doing pretty good with them. We've had
Yes, plenty of awesome harvests.
yeah, moderate success. We can do better, but
Right.
so no, you haven't been missing anything. We've been slacking. They're all going to come out, though. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah, travel is difficult for us. You should see us trying to travel right now. We got all 4 of the dogs.
Just taking 4 dogs to the Airbnb across 2 towns was like.
We had to go today to see a venue. We're filming a wedding this month, so at a horse farm, July, and we had to bring all the dogs with us. And there was animals, horses, and dogs. They were not happy.
No, but we can't leave them here because it's like,
Too hot. It's like leaving
too hot. And
like
if
a
the
hot
generator
car.
would kick off or the solar would kick off or the air conditioner would trip or something, we just couldn't ever. Nope. They gotta go everywhere.
Yeah, we know, Dave. You're gonna make it. You're gonna make it here one day, or we're gonna make it there.
Listen, we're gonna make bad decisions together.
Yes.
Sometimes I get in the mood for bad choices too.
What kind of bad choices?
Yet to be determined.
Okay. Man. Glad everybody's sleeping now. Oh wait, how much behind me now? Actually, so Alan, I just talked to 2 days ago. I hadn't spoken to him in a while, and I had a bunch of messages from his son, like kept calling me, and I was like, oh my god, I thought something had happened to Alan, so I like quickly called. But yeah, he's doing good. He's planning on he's about to have another grandbaby any day now, any week at least. So his hope is that's in Kentucky. So his hope is when his grandbaby is born, he can swing through for a couple hours and say hello. So
Speaking of Kentucky, I don't know if anybody saw online yet, but like Somerset, Kentucky is directly above us. It's like 2 towns, so we're pretty close to the Kentucky line. But they jumped a Dukes of Hazzard car
I did see
through the
that.
middle of town.
through was that
Last
through a
night?
waterfall or
Yeah.
a water fountain? I mean, yeah, I
Yeah.
did see that.
Let's just seeing if anybody else saw that, but that just was real local.
Yeah.
It's how they get down in the south around here.
I just got stuck in the mud too, so it's. What's that?
You saw it, Haley? Yeah, it was pretty wild. A couple of our friends actually went up and watched it, so
Oh man.
they were telling us about how crazy it was.
Yeah, I'm excited to see him. It's been a while since he's been here.
Yes, been a busy start to summer, so we've just been really busy.
But we've been hermited all week though now, so.
Yeah, we were socially dreamed, so we've just like been hiding out at home for the past couple of days. We're trying to recharge batteries, but like can't get out of the heat.
But batteries recharge, and you know what I like to say? It's time to what? Buckle down. I'm gonna torture you with that now.
So no.
I have not seen that, James.
No, I haven't either. That's wild. 4th of July be wilding out.
Oh. So what's anybody? Is there anybody doing anything special for 4th of July?
Knuckle up and buckle down. Listen,
Knuckle up
I'm
and buckle
done.
down.
I'm done with
That-
you guys.
That's the shit. I'm gonna have knuckle up and buckle down.
No,
Yep.
no, it's gonna say buckle up. 'Cause we're going cliff jumping.
Oh.
If I hear buckle down one more time.
No. I'm getting ready to cook dinner. You hungry? We haven't eaten today.
Well, Sean got the truck stuck in the yard. That's what if you happen to catch why I said we might be a little bit late, if you saw that post, that's because Sean got the truck stuck in the yard.
No, so what was fun, just real quick, my buddy had stopped by to drop something off for us, and he got stuck in the yard in the mud. And I was like, we heard for like a half hour, I kept hearing revving. I'm like, is that somebody stuck? I called him. He's like, I'm still here, stuck in the mud. I'm like, crap. So I got up in my truck, and it's like, I'm coming to the rescue. Well, I ended up on the side of the hill, slid with one tire, the one tire that worked, up in the air. Like, okay, well, now I'm stuck. So I had to call someone else to come with a 4-wheel drive to come pull us both out. We had a daisy chain and yeah.
Yeah, so that's what he was working on before we signed on here. So it's just always something around here. So we didn't get, that was supposed to be our supper time.
Sorry.
So we missed supper. We're
Well,
just having pasta.
yeah,
Pasta and red sauce. Something simple.
something like to the moon.
Knuckle up for sure.
Right on. Well, everybody, thanks for hanging out. We wanted to just really jump on here. We didn't want to not have anything out and not be able to spend some time with y'all. But we will be posting something here in a few days. We're going to keep you updated through both Facebook and the post tab. We'll let you know when it's coming out. And like I said, we got some mushroom stuff coming in, and we're going to be
And if you do
talking
want to follow Sean on TikTok, he's Off Grid Sean
off-grid Sean.
on TikTok. And then we have a Facebook group, Off Grid and Growing.
Yeah.
that you
So
can join.
we'll be talking about some things that we talked about here. We're going to figure out whether the mini split or the shed or both is going to be. I think both is probably the option.
Stay tuned to see.
Stay tuned to
Stay
see.
see about that dilemma.
I'll be so mad if a mini split doesn't even have enough to keep up with it, though.
I hope so. They make heat too, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
That'll be nice.
Yeah. Cool. Well, love y'all. Thank you all for hanging out with us.
Guys.
We will see you here in a couple days with one of our regular contents. Appreciate everyone who follows us and supports us. We're really doing our best at this life, you know. I think we're stubborn enough that we won't let it beat us down.
That's for sure.
So, but we wouldn't be here, honestly, if it wasn't for all of you. You know, you've helped us make it to this point in so many different ways, either just in support or, you know, things that you've sent us that have helped us with some of the problems we have. We're really grateful. But we will see you soon. Thank y'all. Remember, keep growing,
Keep growing.
and we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone. Boom. And all the dogs are saying bye as well. Bye, Lulu.